Let's talk a little bit about date formats in Excel and specifically custom date formats. Because custom date formats are something that people very often ask about, mainly because dates are something that everyone uses in Excel, and Excel has its own default way of writing them out, which is usually what people don't want. So I get a lot of questions from people asking how to do my own custom date formats. Well, date formats in Excel are pretty easy. You just step into the cell. If you like, you can use the default date format here, which in Excel, it depends on what country you're in and how your version of Windows is configured. That's how the date is going to appear in Excel. Where I am right now, it appears in the format day, month, and year. And it specifically appears like this: a numerical day, a numerical month, and a 4-digit year. This is the first format that you have for dates in Excel. Now you also have other formats here. You just have to step into the number format drop-down and look in date, and you'll find other things. For example, we can switch the year to 2 digits like this, or we can switch to the year first like this, or there's other number formats that we can apply. There's even a longer format here, which is the fully spelled out date. Okay, but what about custom date formats? Well, the only thing you really need to know about custom date formats are the special characters, because they work exactly like custom number formats. You simply enter placeholders using these special characters for whatever you want your date to be. Now, the special characters are nothing unusual. You can pretty much figure them out yourself. I mean, we have D for day, month, year, hour, minutes, and seconds. And those are the special characters that you use in your placeholder. I'm going to give you guys an example. I've got this date right here, the 20th of January 2017. I'm going to step into the number drop-down, go to custom format, and let's write this one out so that it's month, day, and then year. Okay, remember that the character for month is M. So what we're going to do is put an M. Now if you put one M, you get one single digit. In this case, we'd get a 1. But normally you want to write it out so it's 0, 1. So your dates look cleaner. So we write 2 M's. And when you write 2 M's, you get 0, 1. Then we can write a dash, or if you like, you can use a slash. You just write out the character, and Excel adds it here to the number format. Now for the day, the character is D. So once again, if I write just 1D, I get 20. Now if I leave just 1D, and for example the day is the 9th, I'm going to get a 9 here. I'm not going to get a 09, but I want a 09. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 2 Ds. And there, if I have a single digit day, it's going to pad it with a 0 on the left. And finally, for my year, I can type Y, and by default I get a 2-digit year, the last 2 digits of the year, which in this case is 2017. And it works exactly the same. If I type 2 Ys, I'm going to get the date padded with a 0. Now what if I want the full date? Well, I have to write 4 Ys or 3 Ys, but it's better to write 4. And here we are. Now I have my date in format month, day, and year, which is what I indicated up here. Now I can also add hours and minutes and seconds to this date. Remember that the date in Excel has hours and minutes built into it. So what I would do is I would add HH for the hour and MM for the minutes. In this case, I get 0000 because there's really no hour information in the date. I just typed in a date without any hours. Now, if I don't specify hours and minutes, Excel simply assumes that they're 0, that I'm talking about midnight. And as you can see up here, that's exactly what it says. 20th of January 2017, 12 a.m. Now, let's say that it's 5 p.m. Now, I find it much easier to enter hours in 24-hour format and not be dealing with AMs and PMs. So for 5 p.m. it would be 17 hours, 1700, and now I get this. I get 20th of January 2017, 5 p.m., which is 1700. Now I can go back to my date format and add a code for AM or PM, which is this one right here. See, Excel already has a ready-made code here, which we can use. Now when you type AM/PM, you get the hour in AM and PM format. See, that's how you tell Excel, I want the hour in 12-hour format or 24-hour format. If you specify AM/PM at the end, after the time, you get the time in 12-hour format. If you delete this AM/PM, you get the time in 24-hour format. Okay, and that's how you create custom date formats in Excel. Another custom date format that you might want to look into before we end this video is this one. Let's remove this and watch what happens when I edit the day, and instead of 2 Ds, I type 3 Ds. If I type 3 Ds, I get an abbreviation for the day name. See, in this case, it's Friday. And the same thing happens if I type 3 M's for a month. I'm going to get an abbreviation for the month. See, I have January, Friday, 2017. Now, if I type even more M's, I get the full name right there. Same thing happens with the D's. I get the full name of the corresponding day. So there's some more ideas for custom date formats in Excel. Be sure to look into them. You're going to find it's real easy to be able to define these custom date formats, especially if you do a lot of date work in Excel. Thanks for watching this video tutorial. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and to visit our website, cubicleoverlords.com, for more instructional videos like this one.